Welcome back to our Give Local York Spotlight. I'm Gary Sutton with WSBA, and we are leading up to the big give coming up Friday, 24 hours of giving here in the York area through givelocalyork.org. And when you get in there and you find SWAN for Kids, you say, well, what are they doing? They're another nonprofit who are helping kids out through music. With us this morning to tell us more about that is Diana Vuolo. Diana, great to have you on the show. How are you this morning?
We are well, thank you, and we're so happy to be here just a day before the big give.
Yeah, tomorrow is the big give, and I can't think of a better time to get in here and talk to people about SWANforkids.org. If people want to go in and check it out, SWAN, S-W-A-N, for kids.org. What does SWAN mean? Tell us about that, Diana.
Well, SWAN is an acronym, and it stands for Scaling Walls, a Note at a Time. And we've been working in Lancaster City for about 8 years, but this past school year, we started working in York. And what we do is we're specifically a support group to help children who are affected by parental incarceration. And we help them through music by providing free music lessons, ensemble training, performance opportunities. So the first thing that people would need to realize, I'm not sure that most people realize that 1 in 14 children in the United States have had a parent in either state or federal prison at some point in their lives. And so that type of situation for a young child leads to a lot of trauma. They often suffer physically, mentally, and emotionally, and they experience the trauma of separation, abandonment, homelessness, and continued or deepening poverty. And so those types of traumas often result in behavioral issues and substandard academic performance. So SWAN is here, and what we do is we are helping children with trauma through music, which is just a beautiful discipline. It's underscored by research to be one of the finest ways to help children succeed.
I've often heard people say, music is the universal language that we have. And having been a former music major myself for a few weeks and played a lot over the years, and from a family of musicians, I can really appreciate that. You're the founder and executive director of this organization. Where did you see the need? What led you to kind of get into it this way?
Well, what led me to do that is I actually saw up close and personal children who were suffering from trauma due to parental incarceration, because my husband is a pastor and he counsels criminal offenders. And so through that, I was seeing it up close and personal. And children just don't have the coping mechanism. So when the weight of trauma or being passed around from home to home, being fatherless, sometimes both fatherless and motherless, very suddenly, having to deal with police raids in their home because of drugs, etc. It is just too much for their frames. And music is a way to communicate, like you said, an international language, but actually we don't, it's wonderful because we don't even need words to be able to communicate feelings and to help. It helps children, and it helps all of us, really, emotionally, and it develops both cognitive and non-cognitive skills. So though they might be failing with their schoolwork, it's going to help them concentrate and focus, and it helps disciplines that are strengthens. It strengthens disciplines such as determination, courage, creativity, perseverance. So it's just a perfect package. And the school districts in York are very trauma informed, and so they have welcomed us. And so we're here for the first year, and we just want everybody to know about us so that they can support these kids, that some of the more traumatized children in York County.
And a great proactive program, and I hope people will think about you tomorrow when they are doing the 24 hours of giving here, part of the Give Local York Big Give. And again, SWAN for Kids. Check them out at SWANforkids.org. That's SWAN, the number 4, kids.org. Diana, thank you for starting the program. What a great idea, and good luck tomorrow, okay?
Thanks so much for having us.
Thank you so very much. I'm Gary Sutton for News Talk 93.9 and 910.